my full right to meet whoever I wanted and to have the connections that I wanted and to whoever I wanted.
Okay, so Jen's making it clear on the behind the scenes that it was up to her to do whatever she wants. Okay.
Singles, and usually was there, like he was in those parties, so he could have used the opportunity. I don't even know. Maybe he did. Maybe he.
And now she wants to tell us that Cole was also in opportunities where he could have mingled with other women, and he could have done so. And if he had,
You use an opportunity. I don't know. I wouldn't judge if that's the case. You're single.
And she wouldn't have judged if that was the case. Ladies and gentlemen, by the end of this video, we're going to prove that she would 100% judge if Cole was to mingle with other people, that she would 100% be bothered about it, and she probably would have made a whole madness of it. In fact, not only are we going to prove that, we're going to prove that she's one of the worst players in the game. When I say that, what I mean is when it comes to her manipulation or that kind of stuff, she's so bad at it that she's always contradicting herself. And to make it worse, she catches herself in her own contradictions. Let's get into it.
Enjoy yourself.
To me, I'm trying to forgive and forget and understand that, we are there to date. And I've always said, yeah, you guys can date, I don't care. But my issue is when you lie to me about it, right?
And then we got Cole. Cole and Rob, I gotta say, have got to be one of the dumbest simps I've seen in 90-day history, because both of them are allowing themselves to be played, to be yo-yoed around by Jenifer, and Jenifer's game isn't even good. It's not even strong. I think what makes it worse is that Rob knows that she's pretty much using him to, have a little bit of fun here and there and everywhere or whatever. But he's still sticking around as if maybe Jen might actually want to be with him at some point. It's a very weird situation, isn't it? But nonetheless, though, Cole sits here and he says that it's not about the fact that, she was mingling with Rob. It's the fact that she lied about it. I'm going to tell you this right now. This man is lying to himself, because the matter of the fact is, each time Jen would bring up Rob, he would find a way to say something negative about Rob in every single way. So he needs to stop that. Not only that, but Jenifer literally flirted with Rob in front of your face. Literally in front of your face. You were sitting next to her on the other side of the bus while she was there with Rob getting close and close and close. And this man wants to sit here and say that it's about the lying that she did to him. This guy was so hung up on her that he then decided to go to Rob to confront Rob about whether or not he did something with Jen or not. And he wants to sit there and say it wasn't about, he wants to sit there and deny that that was the issue by saying that, oh no, the real issue was she wasn't telling me the truth. Bruh, the truth was in front of your eyes. Everybody was telling you the truth. The guy's full of absolute poop.
Like, you invited me over to hang out with you. If you don't, and that's why I got so mad when she was talking about loyalty. Yeah. I'm like, who are you to talk about loyalty?
I mean, listen, I agree. Who is she to talk about loyalty? But you allowed her to run you like a ragdoll. That's just that. Jen wasn't even moving to Rob on a sly situation. She wasn't even like doing things with Rob on a sly situation. I mean, obviously when they went back to each other's apartments, yes, I get that. But when it came to actually initially making it clear that she was interested in Rob, that wasn't sly. She was asked. So out of the men here, who's your top three? She said Cole and Rob. After he said Jen. Bruh, like, loyalty was never even going to be even a question, because she made it abundantly clear that she was out there doing whatever else she wanted to do. Come on now. I mean, this one may not count, but hell, she was out there literally snogging freaking Chantel. Let's just process that Jen kissed Rob and Chantel before she even... Wait, has she even kissed him yet? I don't know. I don't think we've even seen her kiss Cole yet, to be fair with you. Obviously, with the Rob thing, he doesn't know it for sure, but come on now.
Watching Jen say, I want Rob and marry you.
I'm happy it wasn't the other way around.
Look at the way he now tries to flip this.
Okay. To me, when I say I want to you and marry somebody else, that tells me, like, you're kind of good looking, but you're a piece of
yeah.
Right, okay then.
I know a ton about Rob. And don't get me wrong, he's a good looking guy, but he has nothing to offer.
Yeah, he's the mistake that girls make in their 20s.
I'm not gonna lie to you, there's a lot of truth being said there. Rob is that guy. That's why he's still single, you know what I'm saying? Or obviously Carla follows up by saying this is why he's still single at the age of 35, 36. I mean, to be fair, that isn't necessarily the reason why he's still single. Do you know what I mean? There could be other reasons because, listen, in today's society, a lot of us are still single in our 30s, 40s, whatever. This is what I'm saying, for whatever reasons that we have, okay? Obviously, this reason would have probably counted maybe about a good 5, 10, 15 years ago, 1000%. But at the same time, what they said about Rob is the kind of guy that girls make a mistake with in the 20s, yeah, that wasn't a lie. That was definitely the truth. I ain't even gonna fight that one. Both of them literally were speaking levels there, but nonetheless, though, let's continue.
And that's why.
Really, there was a moment that I really needed to take some space from Cole. Like I was starting to feel really asphyxiated by him.
So taking a space away from Cole means going to Rob and then literally putting your hand over to his private parts. Right, you see what I'm saying? Women love to contradict. She's out here now trying to literally backtrack. She's actually not even reacting to that. She's saying something completely different. And I've noticed that Jen every now and then will use words that she knows that she can't even pronounce on purpose. I feel like she does that as like a distraction or something like that. Always using these big words.
His behavior towards me when I see the footage, because I look so happy when I'm with Rob.
And the way she likes to speak about when I'm with Rob, I look so happy. But when I'm Cole, I look so stressed. I mean, to be honest with you, that's probably one of the honest things that she's ever said. But she's just saying it just to deflect from directing information around this situation. But nonetheless, though, here we go. This is when it begins now, with Jen proving that if Cole had decided to flirt with other women, it would have bothered her. Let's get into it. None of these what can make me jealous? Oh, here we go.
These bitches can make me feel jealous.
That's not to make you jealous. That's not to show you're jealous.
I'm not jealous.
How can you say you're not jealous, but yet you started the conversation about jealousy? Come on now.
What would you have done?
I'm not even jealous.
What would you have done?
Bye.
What would you have done? Because you like her?
Just
You
talking
want
to her.
her? That's what you did, Shelby.
And then when the Shelby name came up, that's when it went downhill here, man. To be honest, Shelby's is just a new person at this point.
Shelby barely talked to anybody. Like, I barely talked to her. Like, every girl there knew that there a moment where Shelby got a chance to say something to me. And then Jen came over and was like, oh, you two look cute together. Like,
And the fact that Jen went over to Rob. Remember, Cole was her main guy. Cole was the main option that she wants. Rob is just the bad boy that she wants to play around with. Remember that. But the fact that she got bothered with Rob speaking to Shelby when he's not even the main guy in her life, or the main guy or the guy she wants to make her main guy, imagine this was Cole. Imagine this was Cole. But this is what annoys me about Rob, though. Rob calls it out, but yet he will still continue to entertain Jen. He was giving it what she wanted, and that was attention.
being very like, Jen, get out of here. Like, to even do half of what she's doing to me, she would not be able to handle that at all. And I just felt like I deserve a different type of energy because of the energy that I'm giving.
But yet you still allowed yourself to be in this situation, this predicament with Jen, even though you knew you deserved more than this. Let's make that make sense. Come on now. Listen, within the next episode, if I don't see this guy separate himself away from Jen, it's not looking good. It's really not looking good. He needs to literally separate himself from Jen. Like, Rob, what are you doing here? There's a whole villa or whatever you want to call it, resort with a whole bunch of other women there, okay? Who I'm assuming some of them have interest in him, and he's too busy messing about with Jen over there and Cole. Why are you messing about with a woman that's already got a guy who's trying to trap her? Make that make sense. And then she's making you into like her little guinea pig, her little tool to make the other guy jealous or whatever the hell she's doing. This is why he's still single, because he puts himself in situations that he shouldn't be putting himself into. You see what I'm saying? Okay, his actions are blatant to why he is still single. If this guy had a brain cell, he would have left. He would have ditched Jen a long time ago. The way he ditched Elise. Elise was a far better option than Jen anyway. To be honest with you, right? This guy. And I'm not talking about necessarily appearance-wise. I'm talking about just as a whole, because she didn't come with the baggage of another guy coming in to sit him stand. She made it clear that she wanted to get to know him. But Rob, on the other hand, was too busy out here wanting to be thirsty for other women. He wanted to taste all the flavor, which is fine. But why would you get rid of Elise to then go and taste the flavor of a woman that's already got a guy who's chasing her down like a freaking hound, but at the same time is now using you in her little game? Like, bro, why are you not messing with Shelby? Why are you not messing with one of the other random girls that we don't know about? Like, come on now, man. I would have happily seen Rob and Chantel pursue something, to be honest, is just for the sake of the fact that at least it's, I don't know, this, yeah.
Space. I am not trying to control you. I am not telling you what to do. I'm hoping for the best, acting like a child and treating you like.
Ah, so he thought, treating Jen this way and giving her the space and not pressuring the. So basically, he thought being the reverse of what Cole was doing was gonna get Jen to leave Cole for him. Is that your worth? Is your worth trying to convince a woman to leave somebody else or to not want to have interest in somebody else for you? That's your worth. That's why Usman, in the episode, he was the star of the show. Usman said that, listen, I'm not going to stay where I'm not wanted. When he was having the conversation with Courtney, and he was saying that I see you giving more energy to, more time and energy to Colt, he was like, listen, I'm not going to stay somewhere where I'm not wanted. I'm going to go elsewhere. Listen, but to be fair though, he's a real black man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's my energy right there. I don't know if it's just an African black man thing. I don't know. Maybe it's different there in the States. Maybe black men in America like to just chase women like fools. But any one of us who are African born, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we go somewhere and a woman doesn't want to know, listen, don't worry. Let's go bounce. Okay, but I'm talking about the African men that were actually born there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about these ones that are born here. Can't be speaking about that. So yeah, but yeah, so that's why I messed with Usman's energy when he said that. But Rob, on the other hand, what's he doing? What is he doing? What is he actually doing here, you clown? He needs to listen to Usman. I can't believe I'm saying that, to be honest with you. But I guess sometimes us African brothers have to unite at some point, right?
Like my property or anything like that.
He's like,
Shelby's.
Shelby.
Shelby's I don't know.
So all of a sudden, Shelby's a whore out of nowhere? Jen, shut the F up. This is what I'm saying. This is how we know. If Cole had spoken to Shelby or anyone else, she would have been in her feelings, and Rob called it out. He said it, that at the end of the day, if I was given the same treatment that she's giving me, she would not be able to handle it. But yeah, he still allows her to do that to him. You know what? But this is when you know when a man thinks with his, rather than with his freaking brain. Rob is literally all brain, non-existent. But women want to be into a guy like him, which is fine. But just don't. All I want to say to women is, it's okay for you to want to be into a guy like Rob because of his aesthetic look. But understand this, when a guy like Rob, because you want to be him because of his aesthetic look, understand that when he breaks your heart or messes you about or makes you feel a certain type of way that is not good, do not then walk away and say, oh, men are the same. You keep going for the same freaking men. If you're going to keep going for guys like Rob, you're going to get the same freaking results. But then sitting there and saying all men are the same, ridiculous behavior. Ridiculous. No. The men you keep going for are the same. Pay attention to your pattern and don't pattern every single man in the same sentence. Come on now. It's not rocket science, but hey, we live in this world nowadays where, everything's rocking. Yeah.
Shut his door.
It's Chelsea's.
Rob can't look at other girls. Cole can't even talk or look at other girls. Jen, but
Say it louder.
if she feels threatened by any other girl, they're considered a whore.
Right.
And to be honest, if you given the fact that Jen's a woman, I can't believe she even feels comfortable with calling another woman a whore for the sake of it. You see what I'm saying? Honestly, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It is crazy. Like, imagine someone called her a whore. She wouldn't like that, would she? Especially for no bloody reason. Like, Jen is a cruel human being. She's just disgusting. The fact that Cole and Rob want to give her attention is just wrong. I mean, Cole's meant to be like the baby face in this whole story, to be honest. And the fact that he's entertaining a woman who's that cruel is crazy work. I mean, Rob, I guess I understand because two peas in a freaking pod. I mean, he literally called Jasmine a pregnant whore the other freaking week, or you know what I mean, in the other season, didn't he? So we know he has a tendency to call women horrible names, So to be fair with you, I guess him and Jen are suited for each other. Grotesque behavior.
She just likes attention. And
If I had to give you my professional therapist opinion, I think he's ugly duckling syndrome guy.
At first I was like, okay, where are we going with this? We're cooking, okay.
Out leading life that he was good looking, but he's not used to it. And I've got ugly duckling syndrome, so I could relate to him. Like,
Who knows? Maybe Cole is that guy. Maybe Cole is the guy that realized later on about himself. You know what I mean? And now he doesn't know how to articulate it. Maybe that could be the case. We don't know for sure. Tim says he has the same thing, but I'll leave that one up to you folks. With that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.